Bonjour à tous et je vous souhaite à nouveau la bienvenue dans ce let's play de Black Mirror 2. La dernière fois nous avions rencontré Ralph accompagné de Monsieur Bubby, qui est son jouet préféré et accessoirement son seul ami, qui était un ancien patient de l'hôpital. Too bad. Qui était un ancien patient de l'hôpital, je sais plus comment il s'appelle cet hôpital d'ailleurs, qui était dirigé par un membre de la famille de Samuel Gordon.
That doesn't seem to have any practical purpose. I think it's only there to intimidate visitors.
Ouh, effrayant. Galerie.
This must have been a grand hall. Maybe with a gallery. There's the remains of the first story.
Un buisson.
I think it's an elder bush, but I'm not 100% sure.
C'était vraiment très
very
intéressant.
long and straight too. Very typical for them.
Très jolie animation sur le buisson, je tiens à signaler quand même.
Pretty difficult to break off branches like these when the bush is full of sap. They have a thick, flexible bark and fibrous inner that you simply can't snap.
Too bad. Il va me falloir un outil, je suppose. Du genre que j'ai pas sur moi. Voyons voir. Qu'est-ce que la barre d'espace nous indique? Rien de plus. Je peux pas accéder aux ruines, j'imagine, à cause du buisson. Ouais, non, bah c'était juste un buisson en fait. C'est juste un buisson. Oh.
The raven flew out of a crack in the rock. There might be a cavity behind that.
Ce qui pourrait nous épargner d'ouvrir la porte. Darren... Ah, c'est bon. J'ai cru que Darren était en mode automatique pendant un instant. Examinons le socle en pierre d'abord.
A heavy stone pedestal. There are 4 recesses. I can see some remaining bits of black and white coloring in between. Like a chessboard.
Je suppose que...
If this is supposed to be some kind of chessboard, then the pieces are conspicuous in their absence. I still haven't got all the pieces together.
T'en as même pas une, je crois. Ouais, t'en as même pas une, alors toutes les pièces, t'es gentil. Ah, il y a de l'herbe ici. Peut-être pouvoir je sais pas,
Hey, what's this then?
Statue en pierre. Figurine en pierre, j'aurais dit plutôt, mais... c'est pas grave.
It's a little stone figure. Looks like a chess piece. It's the queen.
On va pas les mettre tout de suite parce que je pense que Darren va me dire qu'il les a pas toutes avec lui. On va examiner les
These
rochers.
stones look a bit weird somehow. They don't look like they've all fallen like this just by chance. It looks like they've been stacked up.
Et donc...
There's a chess piece lying there. That's gotta be a pawn.
Bon bah ça nous en fait une deuxième. Je suppose que la troisième est dans la fissure là-haut, protégée par le corbeau sataniste. En tout cas, la petite barre espace nous indique qu'apparemment il y a 4 trous. Et la porte qui est ici, je crois que c'est inutile de l'examiner, mais je le fais quand même parce que je suis comme ça.
A solid stone slab. It looks like there could be a space behind it. But how can I shift this slab? It's gotta weigh a ton.
Nous avons ici un mécanique antique, un mécanisme antique, pardon. Oui, d'accord. Un mécanisme antique, disais-je, qui fonctionne parfaitement à l'aide de 4 figurines. Je sais pas, allez demander aux développeurs de Resident Evil à quoi ils pensaient quand ils ont fait leur jeu, hein, parce que c'est pas loin de la même chose. Heureusement, c'est pas des clés ou des emblèmes, c'est juste des statuettes en forme de pion. C'est pas forcément mieux, mais bon. Et on va voir ce qui nous attend devant les ruines. Ah, nous sommes revenus ici. Je suppose que Darren n'a pas forcément envie d'examiner le cadavre, mais on va sûrement devoir le faire à un moment. Il y a un carillon ici.
They look like they've been hanging there for decades.
Et donc?
They sound eerie.
Et donc? Rien. Herbe brûlée.
I can still see her. The charred body hunched so unnaturally. Terrible. I'll never be able to forget this image my whole life long.
Encore heureux que t'aies pas pris de photo.
The fire didn't spread much. The grass was already wet before it rained. Those bastards covered her in gasoline and put a match to her. I hope she was already... I hope she didn't have to suffer too long. When I get my hands on these guys, I'll avenge Angelina. And I'll avenge myself. They've taken away the only person that still meant something to me.
Allons, du calme, Darren. Le chemin de la vengeance est
Wind and rain will wash
une pente
away the
glissante.
ashes. The grass will grow. And in a month, it'll look as if nothing ever happened. But no one will forget Angelina. I'll make sure of that.
Bien, nous avons épuisé toutes les options. Peut-être... Oh, un couteau ici.
There's a knife sticking out of the wooden beam. It looks like someone's been carving into the beam. With little talent, but a lot of patience.
Et donc... Prendre le couteau?
The knife isn't new anymore, and also not especially sharp. No good for carving, but you'd sure still be able to cut through something with it.
Bon... Et ici, une fissure qui contient quelque chose, apparemment.
What's that amongst the stones?
Et la troisième pièce. Et...
Chess piece.
The King.
The king. I wonder who put the chess piece there. It can't have been sitting there between the stones long. It's not been weathered at all and it looks brand new.
Bon, eh bien je sais quoi faire de ce couteau. Retournons aux ruines de l'académie et utilisons le couteau sur le buisson. J'aurais préféré une machette, mais on peut pas être exigeant visiblement avec ce jeu. Et puis bon, c'est Darren qui fait l'effort, pas moi. D'accord, j'espérais que tu trouverais quelque chose, mais bon...
A small piece of wood from out of the elder bush. It's damp and you can clearly recognize the thick bark and the light-colored wooden core.
Peut-être qu'on doit s'improviser une pièce à l'aide de ce bout de bâton.
I saw that on TV once. If you hit the bark with a hard object, like with a knife, then the bark loosens itself from the wood. Then, with just a bit of pressure, you can push the piece of wood out of the bark. Just cut a slit in the bark here, push the piece of wood back in a little, and there you go. A whistle.
Ah, d'accord. Yes. Bon, je sais que c'est faisable, mais j'aime bien comme il a sorti ça de ses fesses, un peu
It's a
d'arrêt.
simple whistle. By pushing the piece of wood into the bark, you can even alter the pitch of the note.
Bah, vas-y alors.
It's a simple whistle.
Je ne suis pas certain de savoir avec quoi associer cet objet. Je suppose que ça a à voir avec le corbeau, mais le corbeau n'est plus là. Et je n'ai pas d'endroit où actionner cette... Ah, faut peut-être que je pose les pièces, les autres pièces avant. Je sais pas. Peut-être que Ralph a quelque chose en fait. Allons lui demander.
Hello, Ralph?
Hi, Darren.
Ah, oui, plus d'options. Corbeau.
I saw a raven there a short while ago.
We don't like him. He's always screeching and flapping, and he steals things.
He steals things.
He once stole the lid off one of our cans.
Oh.
He likes shiny things.
Me too. And it was our lid.
Ouais, bon, ça va, t'es pas Gollum non plus, hein. Bon. Pièce d'échec.
Do you, by any chance, know anything about the chess pieces that are hidden somewhere around here?
What are chess pieces?
Little figures that are kind of kings, queens, castles, and knights. They're usually small and made out of wood. But I'm looking for bigger ones made from stone.
Mr. Bubby found one like that. It's a horse, a really nice one.
Oh, un Michael.
Hey, cool. Would you lend it to me?
It's Mr. Bubby's toy.
And would Mr. Bubby lend it to me?
Mr. Bubby plays with the horse. If you take it away, then he'll have nothing left to play with.
Ça tombe bien, j'ai un jouet.
I understand. But what if I brought him something else to play with? What does he like playing with?
With horses?
And, what else?
Mr. Bubby likes music. Maybe you can get him something he can play music on. you can get him a piano.
That could be a problem.
J'ai peut-être un substitutif convenable?
Hey, Ralph! Have a look at what I got here.
C'est plus une flûte qu'un sifflet, mais soit.
Wow! That's much better than a piano.
Objection!
And smaller, too. Now, can I just borrow the horse for a short while if I give you the whistle for it?
Okay.
Nice! Nous avons enfin toutes les pièces du puzzle. Enfin... Oh mon dieu! Quelle horreur! Ok, on va s'en aller. Avant qu'il continue à jouer. Bon, ça va. Il spamme pas trop, hein. J'ai vu des PNJ spammer beaucoup plus que ça quand ils avaient un objet chiant dans les mains. Sacré Ralph. Bon, eh bien... Seul problème, distinguer quelle pièce va dans quel trou. Mais ça...
Well, I've got all the pieces for sure, but no idea how I should set them up, let alone turn them. There must be some kind of a clue around here.
Un indice quelque part. La porte elle-même, je crois pas.
A solid stone stud. How can I
Ah, peut-être sur la dalle elle-même, j'ai pas... ouais, mais non, mais faut que je sache quoi poser et où, quoi. Attendez, on va essayer. On va faire une tentative, mais j'y crois pas des masses.
Nothing's happening.
En même temps, c'en est une, t'en as mis une. Hein, t'en as pas mis 4, t'en as mis qu'une, c'est normal que rien ne se passe. Bon, on n'a pas d'indice pour la porte, va falloir qu'on trouve ça quelque part. Oh, Ralph, s'il te plaît. Bon, je suppose que Raph n'a plus rien à nous dire, il doit être en train de s'amuser avec sa petite flûte. Peut-être... peut-être... Une note? Ici? Elle y était pas tout à l'heure. Je rêve pas, elle y était pas.
A small smudged note. It says, the king went north, the pawn went south, the queen... I can hardly read the rest. And the knight to the... something ST.
Je peux pas voir.
The words on the note, the king went
Bon,
north,
roi au nord,
the
pion au
pawn
sud,
went...
puis reine à l'est ou à l'ouest. Reine et cavalier, est-ouest. Alors, roi au nord.
I heard a quiet click.
Pion au sud.
I heard a quiet click.
Et je pense que la reine va à l'est. Nope.
Nothing's happening.
La reine est à l'ouest.
I heard a quiet click.
Et le cavalier est à l'est.
I heard a quiet click.
Tada! Waouh. Pas inquiétant.
Phew.
Ok, bon, eh bien... Allons-y. Attendez, avant toute chose, peut-être...
The right arrangement of the pieces has made the gate open. I'll just leave it there. When Mr. Bubby has had enough of his whistle and wants his horse back, then he can come and get it.
Ouais, enfin, il y a quand même une porte grande ouverte sur l'inconnu. Si Ralph décidait de te suivre, qui sait ce qui pourrait arriver? Bon, déjà, ça craint du boudin. Ah, c'est un corbeau.
The damn bird again.
Bon bah ça va, t'es pas ornithologue,
He's got his
non
own
plus.
private way into this room.
Ouais, très intéressant tout ça, mais Darren, on est dans des ruines antiques qui sont probablement liées à tout ce mystère. Tu pourrais, je sais pas moi, faire un commentaire là-dessus? Bon, examinons le trou, puisqu'apparemment il accorde
So
plus
the
d'importance
raven
au
got in
corbeau
here.
qu'à autre chose.
There's a big hole in the roof. It wasn't really able to withstand the weather.
Ouais, bon. Un sac à dos, une lampe à huile.
An old-fashioned oil lamp. This place must have been even spookier in flickering light from a flame.
Bon, on va prendre
I'd
le...
rather leave it where it is.
Mais pourquoi? Sac à
I'd
dos.
say the raven pecked it
Ah bon?
apart. Maybe he was looking for something edible, or more sparkling things.
Genre le corbeau a pris le sac à dos entier comme ça. Je sais qu'ils sont balèzes les corbeaux, mais comment il l'a fait rentrer?
Some clothes. They really could have belonged to Angelina.
Ah.
And here, a little book. Is that?
Journal intime d'Angelina.
It's gotta be Angelina's diary.
Le troisième qu'on trouve au moins.
Here, there's a folded note in the book. But one thing at a time. What's she written on the last pages?
Tu tiens tant à savoir ce qu'elle pense de toi, Darren?
Tuesday, I found him.
He's called Darren Michaels, or rather, that's the name that they have given him, if I'm right about my suspicions. He's very nice. I don't think he has the faintest idea about the whole thing. I wanted to speak to Mrs. Michaels, but nobody came to the door when I rang the bell. There seems to be a man following me. Even before my departure, I had the feeling of being watched. What does the man want from me? Evening. Mrs. Michaels has had a terrible accident. She's lying in hospital with severe head injuries. I wonder if she had already fallen when I rang the bell. Oh, God, I'm imagining all sorts of horrible things. Wednesday. I've been arrested for the murder of a man whom I barely know. I was led into a trap. A voice told me over the phone that they had information about Darren. When I arrived at the store, I discovered the body and was promptly arrested. I think my pursuer is behind this. Or am I being paranoid? Who can have an interest in finally ending all of this? Afternoon. Darren is so sweet the way he's really gone to town to help me. He's so ready to help. He's a bit of an oddball, but I like him a lot. Doesn't matter if he is who I think he is. I've found a good friend. Or maybe more. Later. Reginald Boris. That's my pursuer's name. There's no doubt anymore. He's here to hinder my search, to stop what I'm doing. Who has sent him? Evening. It's him. I know it now. He brought a little casket with him on our first date. Inside there was a photo of his mother and the servant Bates. They were standing in front of the gate at Black Mirror Castle. I recognized it immediately. He simply has to be a Gordon. His mother had an affair, and after the fire, she went to the USA. But I don't have the guts to tell him. His mom's lying in the hospital, and he has enough to worry about. On the other hand, I've got to find out who my new adversaries are. What might happen if I were to take Darren back to Willow Creek, and in doing so, bring him into danger? I couldn't forgive myself for that. I'll go back on my own and start my own investigations into who our enemies are. I'll tell Darren everything at some point.
Bon, ça c'est de la révélation. On va voir ce qu'en dit Darren.
Like I thought. Angelina knew more than she let on the whole time. And she put herself in danger to protect me. It all fits together. The payments from Willow Creek, there being no pictures of my father, and me not being able to remember him. There was no car crash. There was a fire in the castle, and my mother was injured then. She was sent to the USA and received a pension, or maybe hush money. The only thing I don't understand, what is it all about? What did Angelina want to achieve, and what does the Order want to prevent? And most importantly, what have I got to do with it?
Bon, eh bien ça me semble plutôt évident maintenant que Darren a du sang de Gordon qui lui coule dans les veines.
There's nothing else in it.
Ok.
It's all scattered around. There's nothing else in it.
Bah alors pourquoi tu proposes toujours le...
This note was stuck in the
Ah, je l'ai pas lu
diary.
ça encore.
It's a letter.
J'ai oublié de le lire.
Darren, I hope this letter finds you.
I can't tell you just how sorry I am that I wasn't honest with you right from the start. I've underestimated the danger from the Order for way too long. I've been playing a little game, and now it looks like I've lost. The Order's agents are creeping through the ruins, and it's only a matter of time until they discover this room. I'm going to hide the pieces, and I'm going to try to break through to get to the village. Perhaps I can at least keep them away from the gate. Should you be reading this letter, then I haven't made it. And so, I ask you to complete my work. You don't believe in the curse, I know that. How could you, though? You were so far away. But I came across some illustrations during my studies, and it's all true. Terrible things happen here every 12 years. And that's been going on for centuries. Maybe it's mass suggestion, or maybe it's some kind of radiation, or maybe it's a curse. Call it what you like, but it has to stop. The key to all evil is hidden beneath the academy. A chamber which was used centuries ago for some kind of dark rites. There are also the soul keys which Samuel Gordon discovered 12 years ago. Destroy them. Destroy everything. And if it's all just a fantasy in the people's heads around here, take away the reason for them to fear. But guard yourself against the Order. It is an occult sect which I had believed to have died out. A great mistake. It still exists. They mess about with dead bodies and they want your blood. According to the legend, only a male Gordon can open the cult's chamber, touch the soul keys, and carry out the dark rituals. That is why I was looking for you. I believe that you are the last of the Gordons. You are in the greatest danger, as long as the keys and summoning chamber are not destroyed. Then the Order will hunt you down to the very ends of the earth. Up until now, I haven't managed to penetrate the catacombs. To open the gate, you need to have the mosaic tiles. I have only found one. It's in my rucksack. The other two are hidden somewhere within the castle. The only clue I have to the hiding place of one of the other tiles is a name. Maximilian Mortimer Gordon. You have to return to Black Mirror Castle and look for the mosaic tiles there. The danger is great, since I'm sure that most of the castle's residents are also members of the Order, so don't make yourself known to them. It's the only chance of getting the mosaic pieces, and the only chance, perhaps, to discover who your father is. It's all so awful, Darren. It's as though I've opened Pandora's box. I wanted to do something good, and in doing so have brought you into terrible danger. I hope that everything will come good in the end, and that we too can start afresh together. With love, Angelina.
Bon, je sais qu'il y a des passages qui n'ont pas l'air très clairs. J'hésite vraiment à relire la lettre, mais je vous fais confiance pour réussir à déchiffrer un peu, en tout cas cette partie-là. Bah, désolé, j'ai pas envie de... C'est pas que j'ai pas envie, mais je préfère éviter de passer 5 minutes à relire la lettre en entier.
A curse? All of this because of a curse. The blood of the Gordons. An occult secret society which like to call up the devil in person. It's all so crazy. How can you kill folks in the name of such a fantasy? How can anyone get so caught up in this superstitious baloney that they kill for it? But Angelina's right. Bizarre as these people's motives might be, they're gonna keep on going as long as they can see a chance of achieving their goal. They've gotta be stopped. And I'm gonna stop them. Angelina's death shouldn't have been completely in vain.
Bon.
The piece of mosaic's not in the rucksack, and there's nothing else lying around here. But I should check inside the sleeping bag, just to make sure. The piece of mosaic... But I should...
Il est où le... Ah, j'avais pas vu, pardon. Fouille.
Nothing. No mosaic tiles.
Shit.
I think I know who's got it.
Ah, Ralph, sacré Ralph.
Not only have I got to get the 2 pieces from the castle, I've also got to retrieve another from the feathered thief.
Ah, pardon, désolé Ralph, j'avais supposé que c'était toi, je m'excuse.
The piece of mosaic's not... And the raven flew in the direction of the castle.
Ah bah alors tous les 3 morceaux sont au même endroit, désolé j'ai zappé un bout de
The
dialogue.
piece of mosaic's not in the rucksack, and there's nothing else lying around here. And the raven flew in the...
Ok. Socle en pierre qui demande les 3 bouts de mosaïque, j'ose supposer, ce qui ouvrira la porte à terme.
A stone plinth. The pieces of mosaic that Angelina wrote about fit in the 3 grooves on each side of it.
Bon, eh bien...
Blackmere Castle. It'd be best if I walk and steer clear of the village and the roads.
On va retrouver un endroit familier. En HD. Enfin, pas en HD, mais avec des graphismes un peu mieux que Black Mirror 1. Les plans sont pas les mêmes, hein, c'est tout été refait. Donc c'est...
I knew my path would one day lead here. I'll find out who my father is, find the mosaic pieces, and make sure that Angelina's death hasn't been in vain. But I gotta be damn careful. According to Angelina, at least one of the castle's residents is a member of the Order. Maybe I can find out who that is.
Ça a quand même vachement plus de gueule que dans Black Mirror 1, hein. On va pas se le cacher. Alors observons la nymphe ici, je sais pas pourquoi. C'est pas parce que c'est une femme nue, non?
The figures look almost identical. I can't see anything that could be of interest.
À part que c'est une femme nue, mais...
The 2 stone figures.
Ok.
I can't see any.
La porte qui est bel et bien enchaînée, donc plus rien ne passera par là. Même pas moi.
I wouldn't even have dreamed of standing in front of this gate a few days ago.
Moi, parce que je connais le jeu, mais ça
It
compte pas.
looks just like the photo. It almost looks like time stood still here.
Je sais même pas si on l'a encore la photo en fait.
Newspaper art, an absolute.
Ouais non, on l'a même plus, c'est dommage parce que j'aimerais bien jeter un petit coup d'œil. Tâche. Sommaire. Ouais, hélas on n'a pas un... Comment? On n'a pas une galerie. Ouais, tant pis. On n'a pas de galerie des photos. En tout cas pas encore. Peut-être sur le menu parce que je serais juste curieux de rejeter un petit coup d'œil à la photo.
Made of solid iron. There's no way through there. Castle looks real gloomy. The overgrown garden, the damp fog, and my current state of mind don't really help it seem any friendly.
Ah, c'est un château anglais, hein.
The entire estate is probably enclosed by this fence. The aristocrats in this country don't really foster an open door culture.
Ça n'a rien à voir avec ça, mais moi aussi j'aimerais bien que mon chez-moi soit entouré de grilles, mais c'est pas pour empêcher les autres d'entrer, c'est pour m'empêcher moi de sortir. Pardon.
The stone figurine is a naked woman.
Ouais.
I can't see
Ok, encore une ici qui n'a probablement pas d'intérêt autre que d'être une statuette de femme nue.
It seems they're a bit more relaxed with nudity here in England.
Faut voir, hein.
Alright, I don't need to examine it in such detail.
Eh, hey, c'est toi qui me propose de le faire. Moi je m'en fous de la nymphe. Ah, y a une cloche. Non, 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 pas la cloche, pas la... Fuck. Désolé, j'ai zappé un dialogue. La boîte aux lettres avant.
Empty.
Oh, comme dans Black Mirror 1, elle était toujours vide cette saloperie de boîte aux lettres.
Empty. An electric doorbell? I was expecting an old bell.
Espérons que celle-là, on n'aura pas besoin de la réparer.
Nothing. Maybe it's broken.
Really, nigger? Allez! Je suis sûr que ça marche. Juste assez.
Lily seems to be broken.
Non, c'est pas cassé, ça marche. Oh.
Oops. Now it's broken.
Oh. Oh. Oups. Je crois qu'on va s'en
There are
aller.
no answers to my
Oh,
questions in the
d'accord.
No, it's broken.
Ouais, et puis de toute façon, c'est mon héritage, hein, c'est mon château, j'en fais ce que je veux, bordel. Hein.
Huh. The braces on this door are badly weathered. They too have turned to rust and aren't even connected to the door frame at the bottom.
On peut peut-être la forcer.
No way. The braces are only connected to the frame on one side, but they're much more resistant than I thought.
Oh.
Nah, I'll only break this good lockpicking tool. I need something bigger. I don't think I'm gonna get through this door using skill.
Brute force alors? Un petit coup de barre espace, peut-être une branche ici. Bon, eh bien...
There's a really thick branch lying in the undergrowth. Looks solid.
Eh bien, saisis-la. Empare-toi-en. T'as quand même pas besoin que je te le dise, quoi. Je veux dire, à ce stade-là d'arène, tu devrais être capable...
It's damp but not rotten. It must have broken off the tree quite recently. Maybe in the storm yesterday.
Whatever. Utilise ça.
Using this branch as a lever should work.
Fais-le. Voilà. Et 1, 2, 3... Et l'assurance est foutue. C'est pas grave.
That's it.
Techniquement, j'ai de l'argent, hein. J'ai un grand château, rien que pour moi, mais bon. Je sais qu'il est un peu en état de désuétude, mais... Oh!
Hey! How did you get in here?
The gate was open.
Really? I'll wring that brat's neck. I've told her 100 times that the gate must always stay closed if we don't want yobbos snooping around the grounds.
If you're referring to me, I'm not a yobo. I'm a policeman.
You don't say. Then you're sure to have ID. Can I help you, sir?
I've told Mr.
Lewis, good sir. To you, it's just Lewis. You'll take care of this, Bates? Wonderful.
Ce bon vieux Bates.
You'll have to excuse our gardener, sir. How can I help you?
My name is Falk. I'm investigating a murder that occurred at the lighthouse last night.
I heard about that. Tell me, your accent.
I'm part of an exchange program. The United States, Canada, and Great Britain exchange detectives to learn about the various investigative methods. Sherlock Holmes meets Dick Tracy, you might say.
If the government deems it necessary.
Oh, sacré
What
Bates.
about Inspector Collier? Shouldn't he be accompanying you?
He's, sick today.
Ah, I see. He is getting on a bit. How can I help you?
Phew. Ah, c'est passé. Bates, donc, qui est le majordome du château de Black Mirror. Un homme bien. Un homme vraiment bien.
This is an amazing property.
Indeed. It's a place steeped in history.
Unfortunately, all that history often had plenty to do with blood, death, and misfortune, from what I've heard.
The Gordon family was often put to the test. That's true.
Forgive me for putting it like this, but the castle doesn't make the best impression.
I don't understand what that has to do with your inquiry, Mr. Falk.
Oh, pardon. Donc Bates, un serviteur tellement loyal qu'il avait gardé ce qu'il savait. Enfin, il avait gardé les informations sur Samuel Gordon, sur ce qu'il avait fait pendant son enquête. Il l'avait gardé pour lui. Il a jamais été voir la police. Quelqu'un de très très loyal.
A witness saw an unusual black car at the crime scene.
What do you mean by unusual? The Gordon family does have a classic 30s English automobile in its possession.
Unusual enough. Were you up on the cliff with the car this morning?
The ladies haven't driven out anywhere today. And I also don't think that Lewis has taken the car either. Ask him. He looks after the car. Mainly when he should be looking after the garden.
Louis, justement, parlons-en.
This Lewis has a bit of an abrupt manner.
He's Welsh.
Uh-huh.
He came with his mistress, Lady Eleanor, when she moved in here after the death of her husband. He used to look after her castle's gardens in Wales. He used to have a different kind of work ethic there.
Lady Eleanor owns a castle in Wales?
She does. Her husband, Sir Richard, was killed in a dreadful accident a few years back. She moved here soon after that.
Interesting.
Fantôme de Samuel.
What can you tell me about Samuel's ghost, which some of the tourists believe they've seen?
Indeed, there are a few tourists who believe they have seen him. But nothing unusual has happened for 12 years now. Apart from the castle being virtually besieged by tourists every now and again.
But not anymore.
No. Although only yesterday there was a married couple who came to see the castle and its alleged ghost. Since they asked me politely in advance, I let them have a look around the garden. But did they find what they wanted? I very much doubt it. There are no ghosts here.
Bon. Dame.
You said ladies.
Lady Victoria. She owns Black Mirror Castle, and Lady Eleanor is a relative of hers from Wales. The ladies are the last of the Gordons. They reside here in the castle.
Can I have a word with them?
I would prefer it if you didn't disturb them. Lady Victoria is not a young one.
No harm in a few words, surely.
Whatever there might be to discuss, you can also discuss with me. I've been involved with the Gordons for more than 70 years. I can tell you everything you may wish to know.
Eh bien, Angelina alors.
This woman has been murdered. Did you know her?
Are you sure, sir?
Sadly, yes. Her name is Angelina Morgan. You seem to recognize her.
Come with me, sir. We'll have to show this to the ladies.
Fine.
Eh bien, on a obtenu notre droit d'entrée dans le château, apparemment. C'est une première étape.
One moment, please, sir. I'll announce your arrival.
En tout cas, l'intérieur du château compense l'extérieur un peu décrépit. Hein. Toujours aussi joli ici, j'adore. Je kifferais vivre dans un château. Peut-être avec les spectres en moins, je kifferais vivre.
Mr. Falk, their ladyships are ready to receive you.
Mr. Falk, is everything all right?
Yes, thank you. I didn't sleep well. Lady Victoria? Lady Eleanor. My name is Inspector Falk. I'm investigating a murder case.
Bates said you had a photograph of the victim.
That's right. Do you know her?
What's her name?
Angelina Morgan.
I don't know her.
If that's everything.
Mais...
I do have a few more questions.
It's all right, Bates. Of course, we will be glad to cooperate with the police. Drive to the village and do the job I asked you to do. I'm sure the inspector will keep us company.
Very well, Mom.
So, how can we help you?
Alors, juste une chose. Ah, je crois pas pouvoir changer en cours de dialogue. J'aimerais pouvoir monter le son des voix. J'ai remarqué ça depuis le début du let's play. À chaque fois que je me dis qu'il faut que je le change, mais je le fais jamais. Ouais, je le ferai tout à l'heure. Monter le niveau des voix, baisser un peu le niveau des musiques parce qu'on entend à peine les voix quand ça parle.
You seem to be extremely keen to see the picture of the dead woman. And Bates had a noticeable reaction when I showed him the picture. You are sure that you don't know this young lady?
Quite sure. Only we are concerned. The murder took place quite close to here.
Not the first.
Sadly, you're quite right. It's now. It's 12 years ago, you understand? So many years. And now there's another murder.
Tell me about the series of murders 12 years ago.
No. It doesn't have a thing to do with this crime.
Leave all that alone. Please confine yourself to this murder case. This is quite bad enough already.
Je vois qu'elles sont réticentes.
Your butler Bates seems to be looking after you.
Non, pas
He
vous
has
cherche,
been our butler
s'occupe de
for
vous.
decades. He is something like the decent soul of this house. He sees it as his highest duty to do all he can for my well-being. Also, even if he neglects his own welfare.
Is he ill?
Yes, I fear he is. We've often suggested that he sit with us and enjoy some peace and quiet for a while. But he always strictly denies that he can no longer fulfill his obligations. We've recently taken on domestic help to at least help him out a little.
Bon. Fouillez autour de Black Mirror.
May I look around the castle? I'd very much like to talk to Lewis one more time.
Of course. We have nothing to hide. Stay as long as you like. Only please keep away from the private rooms.
Je crois que vous avez rien à cacher.
That goes without saying, ma'am.
Lady Victoria. Je me souviens plus de son lien de parenté avec Samuel Gordon. Sachez simplement qu'ils étaient proches. Fanny Tricot.
A basket of knitting gear. Wool, scissors, and that kind of thing.
Et donc...
May I borrow a piece of thread, Lady Eleanor?
Some thread?
Yes, please. About 2 yards?
Certainly. Help yourself.
Thanks.
La bonne vieille logique des point and click où le héros sait ce dont il a besoin
Good.
avant même d'en avoir besoin.
Thread is always useful.
Wow.
I took some of the tear-proof stuff.
Bon, il a pas tort, on a toujours besoin d'un peu de ficelle, surtout quand on est dans un jeu d'aventure. Mais bon... Ah, apparemment je peux quand même lui parler de Black Mirror.
You've only been living here a few years?
Ah, j'ai oublié
Lady
de
Eleanor?
remote.
That's right. I didn't want to live alone in a big house after my husband died.
So you moved in with your relatives in Willow Creek and brought Lewis with you?
Lewis was our gardener in Wales. He is sometimes a bit difficult, but I didn't have the heart to lay him off. I offered him to come with me and look after the garden here.
The garden.
Which he doesn't seem to do.
Well, he didn't cope very well with having to leave his garden and his home in Wales.
His garden. Pardon.
I'm going to have another look around.
It's nice to see.
Ouais, pardon, je fais ça, hein, tout de suite. Voilà. Option. Volume de... Comment c'est possible, quoi? On va mettre 15 à tout, sauf aux voix, et on va voir ce que ça donne, hein. J'espère que ça restera quand même audible.
Lewis is here of his own free will. I don't understand why he doesn't give this new life a go.
You are young, Mr. Falk. You don't know what it's like having to leave your home behind you. Lewis's roots are in Wales. A tree withers without roots.
Why doesn't he go back then?
I've suggested it to him. I promised him a small amount of money to start him off. First, I thought he would do it. But then he stayed after all.
Strange.
He's a complicated man. He's been working for me for over 20 years, but I still don't have the feeling that I actually know him. I think he blames me for his unhappiness. He only ever speaks to me if it can't be avoided, and I can see that hate in his eyes.
Ouais, c'est bien d'avoir un employé fidèle qui vous déteste, je suppose.
Tell me about your estate in Wales.
It's a lovely castle. Not as big or old as this one.
Ouais, je l'ai vu. Enfin...
I haven't been back since we left. I'm afraid it's probably in a terrible condition. And the marsh has probably spread even further. It's terrible. I couldn't stomach seeing our home like that. We had many happy years there.
When did your husband die?
A few years ago, Sir Richard, my husband, was a scientist. He did his experiments in a summer house. I used to joke that he would blow himself up one day. I didn't really believe that that's exactly what would happen.
I'm willing to bet that I was imprisoned in Lady Eleanor's castle. It all fits together perfectly, and the phone call would suggest that it wasn't chosen at random. Did she make her old estate available for the Order to use?
Sir Richard?
What kind of research was Sir Richard doing?
He had very diverse interests. After the tragedy 12 years ago, he was mainly concerned with, well, with blood.
With blood.
He was convinced that the Gordons' blood must somehow be different from that of other people. I think he was looking for a scientific explanation for all of the misery that has accompanied the family for hundreds of years.
A curse in a test tube.
Insanity is hereditary, as you may know. Why not misfortune?
Or the misfortune is only the result of the hallucinations. That explains what Angelina was looking for in Wales. She was hoping that Richard had found out something interesting before he died. I'm going to have another look around.
Bon, on en a terminé avec Lady Eleanor. Peut-être que Lady Victoria.
No, not now.
Ok. Bon, eh bien, nous allons explorer un peu ce château. Ah, franchement, j'avais hâte de pouvoir réexaminer ce château. Le problème, c'est que c'est très grand et qu'il y a beaucoup de choses à examiner. Ça risque de prendre du temps. Donc, ne m'en voulez pas si on passe les 10 prochaines minutes à écouter Darren parler de l'environnement. Parler de cet endroit.
Huh. The plant hasn't been here long. Considering the amount of light it gets, it's not gonna last long either.
Et le tableau ici qui
I'd say
représente...
something like a knight or a nobleman. And judging by his clothing, he must have been around 100 years ago. He seems somehow familiar. Probably an ancestor of the Gordons.
Et ici, nous avons un autre tableau. Qui lui représente...
Jeez. Now that's a friendly-looking face. That's how I imagine a bloodthirsty Russian czar would look like. Wild eyes, evil glare, and expensive clothes. I'm quite sure that he didn't earn the bling on his fingers and round his neck through hard work.
Ouais, enfin, si ses vêtements étaient juste chers, ça irait, mais ils sont moches en plus.
A small fire for such an impressive fireplace. The old ladies here seem to be a lot tougher than back in the States. Over there, it'd be at least 82 degrees in every room. I'll have time to stare into the flames and be all melancholy when this is over.
Quand le château t'appartiendra, peut-être. Oh, un fauteuil.
The chair looks inviting, but it's too early to have a rest.
Très intéressant. Une porte ici, le globe au milieu. C'est un peu la pièce
Huge
maîtresse, on va
metal
dire.
Globe. A monstrous thing.
Ouais, il est pas si moche. Apparemment, c'est un lieu dit, donc on va s'y rendre. Examiner la plaque peut-être au-dessus. Oh, désolé si je tape le bureau sans arrêt, je suis un peu en train de bouger dans tous les sens sur ma chaise. Sur mon fauteuil.
There's some letters engraved in the stone plate on the globe's pedestal. There are names. A whole series of them. Wait a minute. The first name is Maximilian Mortimer Gordon. That's the name from Angelina's notes. Does that mean... Huh. I can't hear anything. But the stone slab could be the lid of a secret compartment in the globe's pedestal. And it would be an ideal hiding place for a piece of mosaic.
Surtout le fait qu'il y ait des charnières visibles sur la dalle en pierre, je pense que c'est un indice plutôt évident.
I'm almost certain there's a secret...
Ah bon, devant les gens comme ça?
The knife would bend
Ah.
before moving the slab an inch.
Ouais. Plus tard, je suppose alors, quand nous aurons rempli notre inventaire de choses diverses et variées. Oh, des bougies. Oh, des bougies.
Why are there only candles burning here?
À cause de l'odeur, je sais pas. Le miroir.
No. I don't want to look in there again.
Ah, ça va, t'es pas si moche, Darren.
Really not.
Mais... ça va, t'as un fils de Gordon quand même, hein. T'as une bonne poule génétique, hein, te plains pas. Merde. Bon, droite ou gauche? Allez, la bibliothèque. J'ai envie d'aller voir la bibliothèque. Ça fait longtemps et c'était un de mes endroits préférés du château. Même si je l'ai jamais dit quand je faisais le let's play, mais c'était quand même un de mes endroits préférés. J'ai dit, attends, mais regardez-moi ça, quoi. Je pourrais y passer des heures, quoi. Des jours, même. Plein d'étagères de livres à fouiller. Mais je suppose que Darren se fera le loisir de trier pour nous.
Stories, adventures, and fairy tales. Dickens, Defoe, Anderson, Jules Verne. These are probably the most modern books in this library. Shakespeare dramas, Shakespeare tragedies, Shakespeare comedies. Ah, poetry by Shakespeare. The Encyclopedia Britannica in at least 3 editions. Will there ever be a bigger reference book? Bibles and religious texts. Some of them look damn valuable. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a handwritten version hidden somewhere here.
Et ça vaut de l'or. Si vous avez une Bible manuscrite ancienne ou une Torah ou un Coran manuscrit ancien, sachez que ça vaut très cher. Le téléphone.
An old-fashioned telephone. But who should I call?
Ghostbusters. Pardon. Mais puisque visiblement il y avait des fantômes dans le manoir, j'ai pensé que c'était une bonne blague, mais je crois que je me suis trompé. L'arbre généalogique de la famille Gordon. On en a enfin un aperçu un peu plus... comment dire... examinable que ce qu'on avait vu à...
That's the Gordon's family
au Pays de
tree.
Galles.
Almost the same as the one in Wales.
Sauf que...
That's the Gordon's family.
Sauf que rien du tout. Donc nous voyons en haut Samuel et Catherine. Catherine, la femme de Samuel, et Samuel, le héros du premier jeu. Bon, bah on peut rien en faire pour l'instant, donc... on reviendra un peu plus tard. Le globe, on va l'examiner. Attendez, faut peut-être que je clique sur un nom en particulier en fait. J'y retourne dans un instant.
The British Empire encompassed around a quarter of the entire landmass of the planet and around a third of its population. The globe is from this period. The ladies probably approve more of this division of the world than the real one.
C'est que c'est pas très gentil ce que tu viens de dire. Tu viens de basiquement les traiter de vieilles carnes traditionnalistes, limite comment dire, nostalgique de l'esclavage, de l'époque de l'esclavagisme. C'était un peu ce qu'il essayait d'insinuer, je pense. Je vais pas commencer à faire des suppositions sur rien de concret. Quoi? On peut pas examiner le reste de la bibliothèque? Y a pas de reste? C'est tout ce qu'on a le droit? Putain, j'avais oublié ça. Ah, je suis déçu. La bibliothèque, elle est vachement plus grande normalement. Vas-y, je suis trop déçu là. Bon. La bibliothèque, c'était improductif, puisqu'on est sur la gauche, que la porte est juste à
A
côté.
large double-winged door. It's no different from the others.
Et donc? Elles vont me dire que j'ai pas le droit? Fermé.
It's locked.
Inspector, you have no reason to be here. This door is to remain closed.
Mettez un panneau sur la
Certainly,
porte.
madam. Please forgive me. Why is she making such a big deal about this door?
Parce qu'il y a tous ces secrets derrière. Enfin, pas ses secrets à elle, mais bon. Avant de monter au premier étage, dirigeons-nous vers la cuisine. Ah, la cuisine. Ça aussi, ça rappelle des souvenirs. Hein. J'y suis passé souvent pour parler à Bates. Et nous avons ici Sally, donc l'assistante qui a été embauchée par la famille Gordon pour aider Bates.
Oh, hello.
Et apparemment, on a
I
vu...
live in Seoul. Here.
My name is Falk, Inspector Falk. I'm a policeman.
A copper. How exciting. I'm Sally.
Alors, ce que je vais faire, c'est que je vais épuiser la conversation avec cette dame, et puis je vous quitterai là. Je sais, c'est chiant, mais ça fait presque 1 heure, et
Do you know this woman?
c'est difficile de faire des épisodes d'1 heure et demie.
Never seen her before. Looks a bit like a snob.
I don't suppose there are pictures of all the cooks who have worked here by any chance.
No idea. Must be ages ago, though, since there was an actual cook here. Ask Bates, he knows everything.
I'd prefer not to ask either him or Lady Victoria.
Then I don't know either.
Son accent me donne envie de lui mettre une claque, mais je suis quelqu'un de très tolérant, alors je ne dirai rien.
You and Bates look after everything here?
Well, looking after. Bates does most of that. He lets me do all the dirty work, cleaning, cooking, and all that sort of thing.
Isn't that your job?
That's what he says all the time. But being honest, I'd expected something quite different, you know? I mean, a castle with such knobs living in it. You'd expect the odd soiree every now and again.
Or a cute prince?
Well, Charles is off the market now. But anyone under 80 would do this place a world of good. Sometimes it really does seem like a grave here.
Ouais, bon, c'est un peu été bâti sur un mausolée, si je me souviens bien, donc...
What can you tell me about Lewis?
A disgusting man. Ugh. I was hoping when I started he wouldn't be a snob like all the others are here. But he's just as boring and in a permanent bad mood. I never get more than 3 words out of him.
Porte fermée.
Do you know what's behind the locked door in the hall?
I've asked myself that question too. But you can't get a thing out of Bates about it. Once, he got me listening at the door. He gave me such a telling off, like nothing I'd ever known before. He was so mad, he nearly collapsed. He was coughing blood and I had to hold him up.
Putain, chaud.
I've been giving the door a wide berth since then.
Tu m'étonnes.
I've got to find out what's behind that door. The rooms there would be an ideal hiding place for one of the mosaic tiles.
Poursuivons notre interrogatoire.
Is Lady Victoria a good boss?
I don't know. Bates hardly lets me talk to her. When I first came here, I made her ladyship a few suggestions on how she might want to redecorate the castle a bit. Just get rid of a bit of the mustiness, you know? Since then, I always have to ask Bates if I want something from her ladyship.
What's wrong with Lady Eleanor?
What could be wrong with her? Snore. Sits around all day either knitting or reading.
Anything else?
She plays piano for Lady Victoria every now and again. In this house, that counts as having a wild party. You know, it's about time I got myself another position.
You want to leave?
Yeah, sooner rather than later. Maybe to a movie or a pop star's house. Somewhere where things are a bit lively at least.
Ta vie est très intéressante, mais je
Can
préfère
you
parler du
tell me
fantôme de
anything about
Samuel.
Samuel's ghost? Apparently it's been seen by a few tourists.
Oh yeah, I've seen it too. At one of the windows. It scared the living daylights out of me. A gruesome face. I hope I'll never see it again.
Huh. That's true. At which window?
I don't remember exactly. I think it was in the Forbidden Wing.
Forcément.
Forbidden Wing.
Yeah, you know, what's behind the locked door in the hall.
Okay. I won't keep you from your work any longer.
Ah, don't worry about it.
Et moi je ne vais pas vous retenir plus longtemps dans cet épisode. On a un peu avancé, pas autant que ce que j'aurais souhaité dans l'exploration du château, mais il faut pas être trop exigeant non plus. Donc merci d'avoir regardé, portez-vous bien, je vous retrouverai la prochaine fois dans ce let's play de Black Mirror 2. Bye.